Namaste. Sorry, we are starting the recording a little late. I forgot, and Santoshji reminded me. So that's nice of him. Let's do 3 ohms and then continue with the little chat that we're having before we go on to something else. 3 ohms. Belly relaxed. Watch your mind and let your breath be your focus. Om. 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 Santoshji remembers recording. I think you share it with some people. Is that right? Sometimes?
No, I'm not sharing with anyone.
I have no problem. आप करते तो करते, नहीं करते तो नहीं करते. No problem. If you think it's helping or it could help someone, and if you're sharing, no problem. Because VYASA wants me to record it and put it on YouTube, so I have to do what they want me to do. So I have no issues if people are watching it. It's in a public domain anyway. तो आप share भी करते हो तो करिए, नहीं भी करते तो मत भी करिए. Right. So mind. This is the.
Sorry.
बोलिए.
Means you can share these YouTube videos or posting to your friends.
You can. Why not? Why can't you share?
Okay.
But see, if they jump into one video without going from the very beginning, they'll be lost. उनको समझ भी नहीं आएगा क्या हो रहा है. So if they want to go, they'll have to go, step by step. First video, second video. Problem with videos is, videos देख के समझना बहुत मुश्किल है.
Oh, people who will be serious will contact you. Definitely, who are serious will contact you to learn. They'll have questions which I won't be able to answer. It's just that they'll be aware that certain technique exists which they can be helped. That's the only thing. Otherwise, many of the persons who are serious will want to be in touch with you to ask their doubts. Definitely, YouTube videos will not be able to help that. It is just that awareness.
No, not from that point of view. My point is from the point of view that see, जब video देख रहे होते ना, people's patience is very short then. So the recording is not going to be, like a very concentrated delivery of, the lesson or the practice or whatever. We digress, इधर उधर जाते हैं, कुछ बातें करते हैं, then we come back to something. So anyone watching it, he feels कि यार ये तो मेरे को, it doesn't work for me. Unless he is, clear that he wants to go, he doesn't mind, the distractions, the disturbances, and sometimes they help, create clarity, because जो discussions होते हैं, in some way they are helping with some amount of clarity at some level. तो करेंगे तो अच्छा, नहीं करेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं. See, breath work in any case, it's for the chosen few. Those who feel called to do breath work, they will go. It's a difficult process. Remember, सबका mind इतना overactive होता है. Very few people are able to take time out from the drama of their mind to sit and follow their breath, watch their breath, do what their breath wants them to do. Very few are able to do it. But some who get on this path, who are able to continue on this path, for them results are superb. I don't think there is any spiritual path which is more rewarding than the path of breath. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but in my understanding, I don't think so. So if you do a what is the word? What is the word? If you do an eclectic search on different spiritual giants is too big a word, but okay, for the moment, let's go with that also. Spiritual giants beyond a certain, and I'm not talking only about the big, very, very big names, but even lower than that or a little lower than that, because they may not be very well known, but they are still very, very big names because of what they've done or achieved. You'll find that some of the most accomplished ones among them were working with their breath at some level. May not be 100%, So it could be a mixture of paths, some gyan, some breath, some karma, some breath, maybe. But there is a little bit of Raj Yoga. Let me put it this way: not just breath, but Raj Yoga includes both meditation and pranayama. They are both part of Raj Yoga. So there is a fair amount of Raj Yoga practice involved uh, in the lives or practices of those who have really made good progress. See, because one thing that it gives you almost immediately is the play of your mind stops or reduces. Gyan is all about mind, unfortunately. So Gyani may win many arguments. Gyanis may look very attractive, or they may attract a lot of attention. Yes. How do you assess whether a person is realized? Will you assess whether a person is realized on the basis of his words or on the basis of his energy? Which gives you a truer picture? सोचिए सोचिए सोच के बताइए. A realized or a more realized a person, would he be recognized by his words, or would he be recognized by the energy that he tends to exude, share, etc.? Think about it. Take half a minute and share.
Energy, of course. Words though
Very
can be
good.
learned any dry words.
Do you agree with Seema ji, Lalita ji, Lakshmi ji, Santosh ji?
Yes, sir. It's all about energy.
So energy का रास्ता ही breath है.
Breath acts as a bridge between physical body as well as psychological body.
Yes, the mental body, correct. That is a very big role that the mind, that the breath plays, or the energy plays there. But unfortunately, this powerful thing called the energy body or the pranamaya kosh, most people totally ignore it. वो अपने physical body में they lavish attention. Their minds though are, array, my God, it's like everything in their life is controlled by their minds. They are so much under the control of their minds. And remember, mind is not working alone. Mind works with two crutches: emotions and ego. Or if you want to see it the other way, mind and emotions are the crutches used by the ego, which on its own is nothing, which cannot stand also. So the ego uses the two crutches of the mind and the emotions to play its games. And emotions and the ego's biggest game is to keep you in darkness. What else? Do you think the ego wants to lose itself or lose its own role by letting you become enlightened? So that's the problem. Working on the mind requires a certain amount of clarity and a certain amount of pinpointedness, or ability to focus attention. So therefore in yoga they go step by step: yam, niyam, pratyahar, hatha, or not hatha but asan, then asan, then क्या बोलते हैं, प्राणायाम. प्रत्याहार बोला ना मैंने, प्रत्याहार बोल दिया. हाँ हाँ हाँ, why am I
Dharana,
forgetting?
dharana, dhyana,
Dharana,
dhyana,
dharana,
samadhi,
dharana, dhyana and samadhi.
samadhi.
हाँ, dharana, dhyan and samadhi. Dharana means what? Dharana means concentration. No. Dharana means putting your
Concentration with effort. Concentration in one object with effort, I think.
concentration, is that right?
With effort, with effort.
Okay, concentration with effort, and dhyana is actually
Without effort.
not necessarily paying attention, but learning to not pay attention. Dhyana, in that sense, is about learning to not pay attention. To what? To what is the mind learning to not pay attention? To the actions of the mind. Or to what is a jiva learning not to pay attention? Jeev again may be a little tough, complicated, or a problematic word for the Vedantins, but I'm not a Gyani, so I can get away with it. गलती है तो माफ करते रहना और कुछ नहीं है. So get the basic idea, basic point. So these are the steps that are indicated in yoga so that you come to that level of clarity. Yam niyam. What is meant by yam niyam? Certain kind of discipline, certain kinds of do's and don'ts, so that the purification starts. Unless this purification happens, the rest of the steps will be more difficult. So you start with the simplest, start with the purification. There is a physical purification at first. That is what yama niyam are pointing towards. Asanas are bringing a certain flexibility in your body. If there isn't any flexibility in your body, what are the chances of there being any flexibility in your mind? ये सब है. And yoga proceeds in a very scientific and a very beautiful and effective way and brings superb results. जो करते हैं उसको follow. लोग जाके अटकते कहाँ पर है? माइंड में. सबसे बड़े बड़े लोग जाके माइंड में अटक जाते हैं. That's the problem. Because माइंड में जब तक आपने एक सुई के पिन पॉइंटेडनेस से आपने माइंड को जब तक एग्जामिन नहीं करा, तब तक वो क्लैरिटी नहीं आएगी. और सुई की पिन पॉइंटेडनेस से माइंड को एग्जामिन करने के लिए योर ब्रेथ इज द बेस्ट वे. Anyway, so that's it as far as the mind is concerned, and as far as our kapha reduction through the tridosha balancing. We have been using a very subtle but a very powerful technique called lotus opening. We started by first doing the lotus opening at the tailbone, gentle dilation at the tailbone, and we noticed how well our breath was flowing out up along the spine. Then we brought that attention to the Manipura as we started drawing energy from the Manipura. We took that energy like the sun, and we let that sun's rays, the small sun's rays, radiate throughout the body, bringing its gift of warmth, light, and wellness. And then over the last couple of sessions, we've also brought this little lotus opening into our Mooladhara, into the Swadhisthana, and then into the Manipura. And then yesterday, without going step by step, we actually jumped into the full Sushumna, or the whole length of Sushumna, by allowing the lotus opening, because we are running short of time. So allowing that lotus opening to happen throughout the Sushumna. So now please continue. I hope you will have done your physical exercises, because without that, the breath work does not give the same results. Sometimes that is more important than even the than the breath work that we do. So if you have done it, very good. If you haven't done it, I hope you will do it later, because I don't think my last day I would like to spend too much on you all doing your physical practices. Stay relaxed, stomach super relaxed. Allow that lotus opening at the Mooladhara. Rest of the breath continues to be the same. Tongue is at the roof of the mouth. Stomach is super relaxed. In breath is going down towards the Manipura, towards the pelvic region, filling up there and slowly all the way higher. One part of your breath is moving up along the dilated tailbone, through the dilated tailbone, up the spine. Simultaneously, you are doing the lotus opening at the Muladhara and the Swadhisthana, Manipura, and letting it also touch the other chakra areas. Just continue doing this. Spend 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. As long as you are comfortable doing this, observe what is happening inside you. Observe the subtle changes. Unfortunately, none of you share the subtle changes that happen inside you. So I work uh, like a blind man with a stick, but so be it. Jo hai, so hai. I will accept this. Remember my thoughts on the mind. Mind rejects, mind does not accept. So I have to learn to accept this also. I will accept and I will find my solution through this. Om. The lighter, the more open your lotus, the more it begins to dilate, the easier is the flow of breath. The easier flow of breath is your biggest sign that the lotus opening is working well. Now, the same lotus opening that is working well, helping you breathe smoother, lighter, easier, is going to be your biggest uh, ally in helping clear blockages through the nadis and the chakras, all the chakras. It will not happen in a day. It will not happen in a week. It may not even happen in a few months, but happen it will if you continue to do this. This lotus opening technique is an unknown technique to any and everybody else. I'm the only one that seems to share it. And I'm not saying this out of a sense of pride. I'm only saying this out of a sense of awareness that people know. Because at some point of time, someone is going to come and say, this is my technique. And then they even tell me कि ये, क्या बोलते हैं intellectual property का कर रहे हो. तब आप लोग के मन में आएगा तो आप लोग मेरे को थोड़ा सपोर्ट करना चाहोगे तो करना. मैं तो कोई बात ही नहीं. But I can see because some of these techniques are so powerful, sooner or later, somebody is going to start claiming that these are their inventions. Luckily for me, I have a lot of material in public domain. So it won't be easy for them because I'm going to fight tooth and nail. So it won't be easy for them. But there are all kinds of people. जब भारत का नीम का वो लोग दूसरे लोग उसका क्या बोलते हैं इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी लेना चाहते हैं या our turmeric उसको भी intellectual property western powers they want to take. So what is Rajesh Kanoi with his breath work techniques? कुछ भी तो नहीं है बेचारा. तो कोई ना कोई तो इस पे हाथ मारेगा and कोई ना कोई मेरे को ही snuff out करने की कोशिश करेगा आगे जाके. And I wouldn't be surprised if those powers or if those energies are following everything I'm doing through social media, etc., and taking out important things from it. Part of life. It's just part of life. इसको भी मैं accept करूँगा. Beyond the point. Om. 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 मिथिलेश जी, मिथिलेश जी, पूर्णिमा जी, जलम देही. ओम. लक्ष्मी जी कहाँ रह गए आप, या क्या हो गया? What happened? Rubbing your eyes.
Nothing. I was
Nothing.
just
Okay. थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया, एनर्जी का फ्लो थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया.
no. It just watered, so maybe it wasn't something happening inside.
Any emotions coming to the fore, you think?
I have noticed that after the classes, every day I have like, something coming out which I haven't thought about in a long time. So maybe during the classes, probably I'm processing it. So I've seen that happening.
So this old stuff that is coming out, is it troubling you too much? Are you able to deal with it well?
No, it's more like processing and letting it go kind of. It's like
बहुत
sometimes
सुंदर.
you just, you don't bother or you don't have time or you just forgot it, right? So that kind of feeling. It's a good settling kind of thing.
Okay. Om. 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 Seema ji, welcome back.
And my net went off.
Oh, okay. सब मेडिटेट कर, आप भी करिए. Om. 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 समय कम है, 20 मिनट भी नहीं है, 25 मिनट है. I'll share a very powerful technique, the Anulom Vilom combined with lotus opening. I don't know how familiar you become with lotus opening. I don't know whether you've become aware of how much subtle power it has in allowing the flow of energy. Actually, not in allowing the flow of energy, but in increasing the flow of energy times, X number of times. If it has not happened in your experience yet, it is going to happen as you go deeper into lotus opening. So now what we will do is we will do Anulom Vilom or Nadi Shodhan with lotus opening. You've understood the basic technique of lotus opening, not only at the Mooladhara, but throughout the Sushumna. Hopefully you are able to do the lotus opening all the way up. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go very deep into this or to go uh, into the whole thing step by step in a more systematic way, but doesn't matter. You will still get reasonably excellent results with whatever you will do. आंखें खोलिए, चलिए चलिए, come back, come back. Anulom Vilom. Your first two fingers at the base of your thumb. Bring your first two fingers to the base of your thumb. Thumb is on the right nostril. Start by lotus opening for the exhale. Do the lotus opening wherever you can. Allow the exhale. So when I say wherever, it means ये तो throughout the system तो है, plus in the tailbone area. तो जहां भी हो रहा है, आपका जहां जहां होता है, ये lotus opening आने दीजिए. Exhale first. All gone. Inhale with the left through the lotus opening. All in. Block left. Exhale with the right with the lotus open. No forcing. Comfortable out. Inhale with the right. Lotus open. Block the right. Exhale with the left. Lotus still open. So the lotus is constantly open. Top to bottom, lotus is open. Inhale with the left. Lotus still open. Block the left, out with the right. In with the right. Out with the left. So I'm not repeating lotus open anymore because it stays for the inhale, exhale, both. Inhale with the left. Inhale with the right. As you go deeper into this, as the practice becomes easier, smoother, uh, relatively easy to follow, you can actually do the lotus opening wider, as if from the inside you are making it wider. You are opening it wider. चलिए करिए, जितना होता करिए. No need to do the maximum, but keep your awareness. Stay aware that ये possible है. Santosh ji, this is something which you will understand better than anybody else. So I will explain this to you only. तो ये जो लोटस ओपनिंग के साथ में आप अनुलोम विलोम कर रहे हो, in the श्वास को शुद्धि क्रिया you've done something similar, but you did with the Krishna's flute maneuver. In the Krishna's flute maneuver, you were doing the opposite of what you are doing here. Here you are doing lotus opening. There you were squeezing the lotus, clearing the lotus. Now try both. Keep your lotus open, squeeze the opened lotus. Do the Krishna's flute maneuver on the opened lotus and see where this takes you. This will cleanse you like nothing in the world. Kariye. Lotus open and remember the Krishna's flute maneuver, the squeeze.
The squeeze is during exhalation, right?
Sorry?
The squeeze will be during exhalation.
Yes, yes, yes. वो
So
आप भी
you can-
करोगे?
I'm
आप भी
doing
करोगे? अच्छा, करो, 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 करो.
that.
But are you familiar with the Krishna's flute maneuver?
No. You just told squeeze. So what I
ठीक
was
है, करिए.
doing was expanding the lotus while I was inhaling.
Yeah.
And when exhaling, then I was squeezing.
No, no. In the exhale also, the lotus open stays.
Huh.
You will actually squeeze the opened lotus.
Open
So
lotus.
so you are doing two opposite things simultaneously. But when you do the two opposite things simultaneously, the impact on you is going to be quite something. एक दिन में शायद नहीं मालूम पड़ेगा, but करके तो देखिए.
It will
करिए
cleanse the
तो.
chakras. It
हाँ
will
जी?
clean the chakras and nadis more.
Yes, it will clear and cleanse the nadis, chakras, the whole system like nothing in the world.
Yes.
करिए 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 करिए, आप समझ गए. तो इसके लिए आपको कृष्णा फ्लूट मनूवर सीख लेना चाहिए. Look at me, lotus open, squeeze, see my squeeze. Lotus. All others are cautioned not to squeeze as hard as I do. I'm an old hand. This is a technique that is my discovery, if I can call it that. It's a blessing actually. It's come from Hanumanji. So to say that is wrong. It's galat cheez. But anyway, for practical purposes. So when you do this, if you use too much pressure, some may be able to handle, but be cautious. धीरे धीरे बढ़ाइए. धीरे धीरे रे मना धीरे सब कुछ होए. माली सींचे 100 घड़ा, ऋतु आए फल हो. Let ऋतु come. Cleansing. Dr. सीमा जी कहाँ गायब हो गई?
Same. My network bandwidth is slow, I think, today. I don't know what.
Okay, okay.
So
Cleansing happening with that energy, with that force. कैसा लग रहा है संतोष जी? आप लोग शेयर कुछ भी नहीं करते, कोई फीडबैक ही नहीं देते हो यार. वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट एनी क्लैरिटी विथ यू गाइस.
This exercise is really good, sir. This breath work, the last one. Squeeze with the lotus open. This is really good. In the sense, there are a lot of, entire body is emitting with the stars. Such kind of.
तो इसको करते रहिए. Do it for a few days. For now, don't use too much pressure. जैसे मैंने किया वैसा मत करिए. But धीरे धीरे करते करते धीरे धीरे प्रेशर बढ़ा लीजिए चाहे. No problem. Over time, little by little, gradually. Beautiful cleansing will happen once your nadis are cleansed, cleared. It will help cleanse your chakras as well. When that starts happening, your life will start showing you a totally new dimension. Because पुरानी अटकी चीजें clear हो जा रही है, पूरा निकल जा रहा है धीरे 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 धीरे. निकलने के समय कष्ट दे जाएगा. पुरानी चीजें आएंगी, थोड़ा उसको रिजॉल्व करने की आवश्यकता रहेगी, क्लैरिटी लाने की आवश्यकता रहेगी. वो करते रहिए धीरे धीरे. इट्स रियली अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. डोंट रिएक्ट, डोंट ओवर रिएक्ट. ऑब्जर्व, लेट गो. ऑब्जर्व, लेट गो. दैट्स इट. एंड कंटिन्यू विथ योर ब्रेथ वर्क. सुपर रिजल्ट्स. कंटिन्यू, चलिए करिए. अभी थोड़ा और करिए. आपको जब आनंद आ रहा है करिए. लक्ष्मी जी, आप कर रहे नहीं हो?
Yes, Rajesh ji, I'm doing it. Yeah, there's like a nice sensation of charging up, the whole.
Okay.
I would say the spinal
करिए
cord.
करिए. Work on it. Work with it. Take advantage of my presence. You have me for 10 minutes. उसके बाद तो फिर ये प्रोग्राम खत्म हो जाएगा. I'll be available online, of course, but तब भी. So any kind of cough, cold, congestion, anything here, like that, it'll go. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But this cleansing is important. So sorry. But जो निकलना चाहिए निकलेगा तो अच्छा. Okay, so one last thing now. That thing that we did yesterday, remember, taking a full breath, exhaling through a rounded mouth. do that. But do this also with the lotus open. Keep your lotus open. Keep drawing energy through the Manipura. Let it channel throughout the body. And as you go huff, continue to huff as you continue to draw energy through the Manipura. Sorry. ललिता जी कुछ भी फीडबैक आपसे नहीं आया. आप तो एकदम टोटली मौन व्रत कर लिए.
No, sir. My internet is not stable. That's why I just switch off the camera.
Okay, but you're doing all the practices.
Yeah.
क्या observation में आ रहा है?
I feel like smooth breathing as
Okay.
up to from Mooladhara to the upwards towards throughout the entire spinal column.
So
And energy channels cleansing energy that the chakras are cleansing. I can feel that.
You can feel
Each
that.
and every,
Okay.
yeah.
अरे वाह.
Each and every chakra.
बहुत अच्छा. करते रहिए. And for heaven's sake, over the next few days, few weeks, हो सकेगा तो testimonials share करिएगा. Let me know how these things are affecting you. आप लोग feedback नहीं दोगे तो in a sense it's like आपने मुझे गुरु दक्षिणा ही नहीं दी. So these testimonials are like a guru dakshina that you have to give me. I'm sorry, I'm not a guru.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm not a guru, but I'm just a breath coach. But breath coach का भी तो कुछ बनता है. So think of it as breath coach
Yeah.
का कुछ भी इसका जो.
Sure.
ललिता जी का तो शोर आ गया. What about the others?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. Today internet is not stable. I just switched on the camera initially.
जी.
Then it was I couldn't hear properly. That's why I switched off the camera again.
No, I understand. That is okay. Sometimes that happens. Yes. देखिए कितना कफ निकल रहा है. And I thought I cleared most of my kapha. So this is what happens when you suffer from kapha dosh. If you go deep into the practice, try something new. Somehow, whatever is lying here and there starts coming out. And remember, your the Hanuman master breath is like a master vacuum. And when you do the Hanuman master breath with the lotus opening, it becomes like a vacuum cleaner on steroids. So all this is coming out and then it's getting thrown out. So it's a good thing. आप लोग कृपया करके थोड़ा बहुत गार्गलिंग वगैरह करते रहिएगा. Twice a day if possible, at least once a day. नीति वगैरह करते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा. So do your practices, but also do this cleansing here. Okay, I think we are almost at the end of the time for the session. So sorry. This is embarrassing. Tridosha balancing and I'm expelling so much kapha. But ठीक है, जो है सो है. संतोष जी, आपका भी निकल रहा है बहुत कफ. आपका तो कफ नहीं है, फिर भी निकल रहा है ना. मैंने कई बार देखा तो इसलिए आई थिंक काफी निकल रहा आपका कफ है. काफी कफ है. सीमा जी, आपका भी निकल रहा है कफ?
नहीं, अभी तो कुछ नहीं निकल रहा.
नहीं, ठीक. बस वो लोटस ओपनिंग, Krishna's flute maneuver with that, which is basically the squeezing at the different chakra levels with the lotus opened. उसमें और क्लैरिटी चाहिए तो श्वास को शुद्धि क्रिया की पुरानी वीडियोस देख लीजिए, where the Krishna's flute maneuver has been explained in more detail. Usually the third day videos, the Krishna's flute maneuver is explained with the Anulom Vilom technique. तो उसको तो फॉलो कर लीजिए. यहाँ पे आपने लोटस ओपनिंग सीख लिया, so combine the lotus opening with that and see the results that you begin to get. Superb results you will get. We will end the session with much gratitude to Dr. H.R. Nagendra Guruji, जिनकी कृपा से ये sessions हो पाए हैं, who gave me a platform at VYASA to share some of the breathwork techniques that I share. And of course, all the other people, officials and leaders, etc. at VYASA, including Dr. Gauri, huh? No, Dr. Shri Gauri ji. She is the person who gets me, keeps me informed and gets things going, organizes the details and the flyers and so on. So she is the person doing it. She's the karta, so to speak. So gratitude, much gratitude to her as well, and of course to everybody else at VYASA. And of course to all of you who have participated. You've been patient despite me sometimes losing a level of patience. You know, I think I've lost my patience in some sense, not too much, but in some senses at times. Part of my journey as well. Kshama kariyega, and all the best with your breath work, and do keep in touch and testimonials share karenge. I'll be very grateful. Dhanyavad. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Thank you. Thank you so much.